make a comment. I know, Mr. Greenwell, you are emotionally tied to this issue. I can hear it in your voice and your expressions, as well as many of the people who have testified today. We're more than just scientifically or morally, but we're also very emotionally tied into this particular subject. And it doesn't matter whether you agree or disagree, like some of us have said. But what we must do is respect the decisions of those positions that people take. And Mr. Greenwell, I would, you know, I value you as a councilman. I value your person, your judgment, and the things that you bring forth. And I would, you know, ask you that you value all of our opinions as well, without putting any definite kind of stringent terms on the rest of us. We value your opinion greatly, as we value any one of us here, as well as all the people who have spoken today. And whether we sit on the same fence or not, I think we need to respect other people's opinions without putting them down, calling them names, pointing fingers. Surely there's been injustice served by all of us in some form or another, and some more terrible than others. There's no question on that. But in this kind of scenario that we have before us, it's still an issue that we have to focus on what's before us and make a decision, and we respect one another for their decisions. I would ask our colleagues, as well as Mr. Greenwell, not to put haste and guidelines on the rest of our decisions on your next decision, but base it on the merits of what is being discussed. Whether you're for or against it, it doesn't matter. What we should do is to respect our choices. So having said that, I would like to move on to our next speaker, Mr. Huffman.
Kalamai, it's me.
It's Emily.
Okay, it's Emily.
You know, my first words I want to say is we have a motto here in Hawaii. It's ua mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono. And you know, pono is righteousness. Sometimes I wonder why some of these people come with so much anger and hurt. You know, Grey Wolf. I know Grey Wolf and Divaki, they used to come and wave on the side of the road with me. And throughout this year, you know, last year I seen so much anger and bitterness. And some of the other people out there, I see you guys coming and you guys are so full of frustration. It's come to a point where you guys pretty much lose it. I don't know if that was the old person I knew before, and I don't know you anymore because there's so much anger and bitterness. And the reason why that is, to me, I see that we allowing these things to go on. See, to me, as a mother, if something not pono with my kids, you know, I'm going to wise them up. Because I remember something happened to my daughter, was accused of something, but she never do it. And the thing was, it's because I voted for the marijuana thing a couple years ago. And this one come back on me, but never happened. I prayed to God and I said, you help me. I don't teach my children to do wrong. I just need to put this out. Because you know why? I cannot allow this. To me, if I see something going down not right, God said, Emily, you step out there, say something, you better do something about it. Don't you dare let it go on and on and on. So I think what is happening is the brother's going to be mad at me too, because I got to speak the truth. I hear this uncle, his baby crying, his wife crying. I know my friend Bob, what they went through the other year when they would get arrested. You know, many people have told me many stories, and I don't think they're going to make it up so then they can cry and get all jammed up. No. And I don't think we should be treating these people like this, because if we are in power, then we think we can override anybody and act like we God. We're not God. We just as human beings as those people out there. Yeah? So that's why Akua tell me, Emily, you best to speak the truth. Do not let anybody intimidate you. I'm not afraid of nobody. I'm afraid of Akua. If he look down and say, Emily, I'm going to give you a swift kick, I'm going to be afraid. But, you know, it's one thing about my style, sorry. But if somebody, anybody, these people is just as human beings as anybody else that's on the force. We cannot use our badge and our authority to plow on anybody. No can. So this is what we're going to build, this big box building across the street so we can start putting people in prison. I mean, plenty money. Big box means plenty money. Yeah? So we can start slamming everybody in prison. This is not the aloha style. Ua mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono. And I like you guys here on this whole island, what I just said. So if we know that something going down that's not right, brother, you cannot, just because, you know, you run the force, you cannot keep shutting these people down like this. When they try to ask for help from anybody, nobody can help them because we are all in control. And we're not going to let nobody, no matter if we made a mistake, you know, just we can get away with it because we're the authority. No can like that. I don't think so. And that's why I look at some of these people, why they so mad at me. I never do nothing. I know I never do nothing. They're mad because nobody's standing up. Nobody acting crazy like Mr. Greenwell and me. We gotta act crazy sometimes. To tell the truth, you gotta act crazy. And I don't care if anybody tell me anything tomorrow. And I'm on the front page because I would act stupid. You know what? The people deserve our leadership. Because if we don't speak out, oh, we're gonna keep screwing around with this family, that family, this family, around this whole island and get away with it. We better start shaping up. That's what I think. You know what? When I realized what happened to my friend and him and his girlfriend with the gun and no more clothes, you don't get put on your clothes because they're going to shoot you, pisses me off. And I still mad because this man is a good man. He's my constituent. I've known them for a long time. Even when I heard about Devaki and Grey Wolf, it upsets me. Because my innocent people, just because this marijuana plant is called illegal. No, it's a nice little plant. I think I've seen them around Puna a couple times. But, so that's why, you know, this is a very serious thing. It's not only about, you know, certain things. That's why my heart really breaks when I hear this little boy cry. And, you know, we talk about we're going to shut down Fridays, no more money in the state. But we got plenty of money for fly our copters and plenty of money for utilize, we'll try to put people in jail. We better wise up. We got to wise up. Our governor's shutting down all these kids from going to school on Fridays. And then we cannot, you know, we get plenty of money for doing some other stuff. So that's why, you know, I need to just say that you know, when I hear these things, I get my heart, it really gets broken. And people, I don't like you be mad at me because I know when something is injustice, I'm going to have to speak out. You know, no matter what. If anybody get pissed with me, pissed off, well, that's my problem. Because I got to stand up for what is right. And you know, so I know I'm upsetting people right now, but I cannot help it. Because my akua telling me, Emily, you better say something. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Our next speaker is